So, that was Forgotten Friendship. And, like, its classification, according to the My Little Pony wiki, which, like, I don't know if it really knows anything, is the same classification. It's a special, like those 22-minute episode things.
Yeah?
Like, with, like, one of them had Starlight in it. Like, except it's twice as long as those. And, like, I just don't know what Equestria Girls is doing. Like, it had those specials, it has a ton of shorts, some of which are choose your own ending because they're from an app, and, like, there are going to be, like, 40 more shorts or something, and, like, they're all in different series, and then there's this, and, like, it's basically a movie, but it's not called a movie.
I mean, starting
Just
from
make
the
it a
beginning of
TV
this
show,
one,
you cowards.
They have an intro now.
I mean, they're comfy and easy to wear. That's all I have to say.
Oh, another thing about this. The Forgotten Friendship that we watched was 44 minutes long. Apparently, there is a 50-minute version that will be released on Hasbro's YouTube channel sometime in the future, because, like, this was aired on TV, so, like, it was cut to fit ad space and stuff, but there are, like, 6 minutes of this that exist that we haven't seen yet.
Huh.
Oh, that's
What did
interesting.
they cut? Was it more of Wallflower being like, oh, I'm not doing anything, and why aren't you noticing
Did they cut the
me?
rest of her
If
song?
they cut a Trixie song out of that, I'm gonna be
Look,
very
I'm very
angry.
salty about Wallflower. She's not a good character. I don't
She's
like
the part
her.
of ourselves we all hate.
But the thing is, you have to accept
liked
that
her.
the parts of yourself that you hate. Can't just, like, say they don't exist.
Can I go on a rant about her?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Okay, so this child, I guess she's upset because... So she's upset because people don't notice her or remember her, right?
Yeah.
But then the little montage during her song shows her just standing off in a corner when
Being a
social events are
wallflower.
happening, being a wallflower, not talking to anybody, not initiating any sort of social interaction. So then she's mad that people don't talk to her and don't remember her when she was just standing off on the side and not talking to anybody, so they're not going to remember someone that they just glanced at because you're not doing anything. And then she says she's been erasing people's memories of her with the stone, so she's upset about something she did herself. I understand it's supposed to be a metaphor for social anxiety, but you're doing this to yourself. Okay, I'm done.
She's adorable, though.
Yeah, it's like she is supposed to be a relatable character, except that, like, she, like, a lot of her problems are her own fault, and that's, like, I don't know. I don't think that's the worst. Like, it's kind of sympathetic in a way. That, like...
Well, the sad thing is there are actually a lot of people who basically buy into that loop of... You know, oh, nobody notices me, oh, it's not worth putting myself out there because no one's going to notice me, but it just makes me mad because that's not how it works. That it keeps you in the loop, it's not healthy.
It makes me wish Fluttershy was bigger in this episode.
So you're saying it's correctly written, or...
I'm saying that there are people out there who will identify with this, but they didn't really give a good resolution to it, being like, hey, you need to stand up for yourself and talk to people. Rather, they were just like, hey, if you be evil and wallow in your own misery, eventually someone will be like, let's be friends with you because we're heroes and we fix things.
I don't know. Like I think one of the important things is that when, like, because she said that, like, you know, any awkward encounters she would, like, erase. But the point is, like, there are a lot of times where, like, it's probably just her who thinks it's awkward, and, like, that's, you know, that's a bad thing, because, like, she could have had, like, a normal conversation, but because she's afraid, like, the other person thought it would be weird, like, she erased it, which just, you know, amounts to nothing. Like,
exactly,
no social...
and they didn't address that it's all in her head. They were just like, oh, well, she does this because it was awkward, not... She thought it was awkward, and this is how you should actually do it. This is a show for children. The whole point of My Little Pony is that they're teaching children, like, social skills and friendship, and they did not do a good job of representing the proper way to go about this. Even in a subtle way, which they've been doing a lot with, a lot of the current seasons of the actual pony show. They've been doing a lot of good, subtle, like, giving examples rather than telling you this is what you should do, but they didn't do that in this one, and I think that's why I'm so upset with it.
I agree that they, like, didn't do a good job, like, making it a lesson, but it as a character, I think she's good and makes sense. Like, Wallflower did not understand the power of the magic she had.
This is true.
Well, like, nobody does, really.
Like, she probably intended to erase, like, some small things, but then bigger things got erased.
Like, Wallflower Bush, you have magic that you do not understand. Alright, yeah, we get it. Light her up! I love that. I love the fact that Pinky acknowledged that they're shooting, like, energy beams at shit.
Yeah. Just fire the rainbows. It'll solve it somehow.
Yeah. It'll turn her to stone.
Taste the rainbow. And all. So Trixie was in this one.
Yeah, she was a major character.
Which I like.
Yeah, Trixie has been befriending all of the, reformed heroes.
Which makes sense.
I can't wait for the League of Villains episode. Oh wait, that's already happened.
There's a whole network of characters which I really like. There's Trixie and Starlight. There's Starlight and Sunset Shimmer. There's Sunset Shimmer and the other Trixie. There's like Sunset Shimmer and both Twilights. There's lots of like a whole network of characters that I like. I know, and like Sunburst is in there somewhere. Maud Pie is in there somewhere. Twilight Sparkle's in there. And nowhere in there is Flash Sentry or Timber Spruce.
Why was he there at all?
Flash Sentry's car was there, yeah.
Honestly, at the end, like, that's the most like,
oh yeah,
he was in the car.
I thought I thought he was gonna say something. I mean,
he was just hanging out.
It was an otherwise empty parking lot.
Yeah.
Except for the main six.
Oh no, I think they were just using him to, like, fill out space, make the world seem more realistic.
Also, that was the faculty lot. He wasn't allowed to park there.
You think the 6 minutes that are missing is entirely Flash Sentry?
Probably.
Yeah, it's the entire 6 minutes is him getting in trouble with Vice Principal Luna for trying to park in the faculty lot.
Oh yeah, they probably have that in the beginning somewhere, and that's why the joke actually makes sense in the full version.
I mean, that was a pretty self-contained joke. I mean, it was introduced and then brought back up again later. I don't think there was anything missing from it.
See, because jokes go by the rule of threes, so if there was a bit that they cut out in the beginning where Flash Sentry was parking in the faculty lot, then it would bring it full circle.
I think it's full circle enough.
Rules don't have... Yeah, no, like, jokes don't have to be in, like, threes. Like a introduction and then later in it a callback, like, that's enough. Like, unless it's, like, a big joke or something, like, I don't think it needs to...
I would still like to see it happen. Like, I would love to see Flash Sentry get chewed out for trying to park in the faculty lot.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I feel like having it in twos is just like a weaker version of the rule of threes.
It depends on how well the joke stands up on its own.
This is true.
So, like, ponies were in this one.
Yeah, bonies!
Yeah! And, like, maybe I'm just, like, I haven't read the comics in a while, so maybe I just have a bad memory, but that Forbidden Library thing, that looked a lot like a place in the comics.
That was the restricted section of the library.
Why was Celestia hiding that from Twilight? Like, Twilight didn't know that existed, and, like...
you saw how Twilight reacted.
Yeah, Twilight, like, the first book she went to was Canterlot Cannibals, Volume 31. So, like, is that, like... And,
it's, like, weirdly dark.
And she said, Volume 31, that's when it gets good, which raises so many questions. Like, there are cannibal ponies, but ponies don't eat meat. Like, that's an established thing. Is this fiction or non-fiction? If it's fiction, why is it in the restricted section? And also, has Twilight read Volume 31? Does she know that it gets good there?
Well, no, but the point is, like, ponies don't normally eat meat, but if they were cannibals, then they would eat meat. That's the point. Like, most people don't eat humans, but if you ate humans, then you would be considered a cannibal. That's the definition of it.
Yeah.
I think that's some cool foreshadowing for next season.
Ooh.
Oh God.
I wish they would not get that dark.
So, speaking of also like lore stuff though, remember when when Sunset was researching stuff and she said something about Chancellor Puddinghead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also
and
Clover the Clever, yeah, who was like a major thing,
referencing
like
the Hearthwarming.
Clover the Clever and
stuff.
Chancellor Puddinghead were like part of Equestria's past in that
from
one episode
Hearthwarming.
where like the main six like played the characters.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
With the
I like
Wendigos and
that.
stuff.
I forgot about that.
I did too. I had to.
That's true.
I only
Yeah.
learned about it after the fact.
I was imagining like Chancellor Puddinghead, like Chancellor Palpatine.
With the direction the show's been going, I would not be surprised if suddenly, Clover the Clever and, Chancellor Puddinghead appeared in the modern day.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, I feel like they've already done it, so they won't... But, it could happen somehow.
Maybe.
I'm sure.
I don't know. Although also apparently Clover the Clever did in canon was a human for enough time to bury the rock.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He never said anything about it. It was a traumatizing experience. Or he forgot. Well, no, he wouldn't have. Or maybe he did.
No, I think it's her.
Her?
Although,
I don't know.
Clover the Clever. Although, it is a historical, the only reference we have of Clover the Clever is Twilight Sparkle playing that character. So,
Oh, okay.
on the one hand, it'd be wise to not assume that that's exactly what they look like,
Yeah.
but knowing the show, that is probably exactly what she looks like.
Probably.
Like Daring Do
Okay, yeah.
and stuff.
Well, no, Clover the Clever is a male pony.
Really? In what? From what source?
From
in what-
this Forgotten Friendship, they said
What?
he escaped and he went through the portal.
Huh.
Like
Okay.
Oh.
Alright, yeah.
I think Chancellor Puddinghead is also a male pony.
I now have the headcanon that Lyra is a descendant of Clover the Clever.
Huh.
Are you saying that it... Wait, which Lyra?
Yeah, Lyra Heartstrings.
Yeah.
But wait-
Yeah,
Oh,
but which
which
one?
one?
The human one?
No, the pony one.
The one that's obsessed with humans.
Yeah, they're both unicorns. Lyra's hair is similar enough to Twilight, I think. Similar enough. I believe it.
I might be wrong, or I might have seen it wrong, but speaking of Twilight's hair, there was one girl in the scene where Sunset was hiding under the lighthouse and trying to write to Twilight. Before it panned down, there was a girl on top of that lighthouse who had basically just Twilight's hair.
Yeah, I saw that character there. I didn't really notice much. But yeah.
Also, is there a beach just in the town that they all live in and that
I
guess.
hide in?
They're at
I
a
mean,
beachfront town. It's like that one
Well,
in
I don't know. There's
the game.
they have
about
a bus
lesbians.
or something. They have a bus. They have even if there isn't one directly near them, they could get there easily. They have many people who can drive.
They could Uber.
I mean, we'd know. It's not out of the realm of possibility.
They could all just ride Rainbow Dash because she's super fast.
I don't...
Yeah. I mean, it's
don't
not
think
out of the
she's
realm of
strong enough
possibility
for
for
that.
there to
Well,
be a
she
beach
could,
there because we don't know.
Pull a wagon or
They
something.
couldn't
We
ride...
don't know anything about the layout.
They couldn't ride
of the
Rainbow
city.
Dash, but they could ride Applejack. Applejack could lift them all up and then jump.
So is there any way that they could combine Applejack's strength and Rainbow Dash's speed to carry everyone there?
Rainbow
The
Dash
Porkchips.
and Applejack could ride a tandem bicycle that was towing a wagon with the rest of them in it.
I
Sure.
I don't think that works. It would still be too heavy for Rainbow Dash and too fast for Applejack.
Well,
If
no,
they're
because
riding a
if you're
tandem
riding
bike.
a bicycle, you can once you get your pedals going, it's easier to keep going because they're already going. So if Applejack started to get them going, then also the sheer force that it would take for Rainbow Dash to move that quickly is plenty enough to turn the wheels.
Like we're getting into conversations about how powerful the Flash is. And there's
Somebody
You can-
call a physicist.
there are countless conversations about how powerful the Flash is. And, we
I mean,
let's-
Rainbow Dash doesn't vibrate.
Not yet.
but I don't know. There's, lots
Like,
of
the
things.
Flash's whole deal is he vibrates. I don't know.
Speed Force, whatever.
We're talking about physics when it's literally magic.
Here's something that is not relevant, but bothered me a little bit when I watched this.
What?
So apparently they're all in the yearbook club. Like,
Yeah?
how long have they all been in the yearbook club?
Probably just this year.
I don't know.
Since it was
Like,
needed.
and that
Although
one short-
Sunset has been in the yearbook club for a while, apparently.
I
think.
guess. I don't know.
I believe that Rarity was in it for a while too, and then probably convinced
Like-
the rest of them to join.
But there was that one
Yeah.
short, where Rainbow Dash and Applejack collectively joined every club at the school, and I guess it's believable that they didn't show them joining every club, but they didn't show them joining the yearbook club, and we talked about the fact that it was probably the yearbook club that was the one that they didn't join, that Rarity was at the end, but it was ambiguous what club it was because they didn't say.
Wait, does that mean the pig became vice president, and then Wallflower was just a member?
Oh
That
my
would
god.
have been that would have been even more insulting. If Wallflower was the vice president or something, and then Rarity forgot about her and elected the pig as the vice president. That would be
Not Rarity forgot about her. She removed the memory of her
Oh,
from
yeah.
Rarity's mind because she was like, oh no, now I have to do vice president duties and talk to people. And then she got pissed because they elected the pig because they didn't remember her because she erased their memories.
Wait, but it doesn't make sense for the pig to be vice president and for Rarity to be president because Sunset is the president of the club.
I mean, they don't think it be like it is, but it do.
Here we do are.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the context of that? I forgot.
Well,
like
Sunset
when
said,
Sunset-
"Here we
yeah.
are," and Trixie said, "Here we do are."
Oh yeah, that is what Trixie said.
It was a weird amount of verbal editing that was really fun to watch.
I feel like they, Trixie's voice actor fucked it up and they just left it in.
Probably.
Yeah, I've probably said this every episode that Trixie's been in, but whenever Trixie's on screen, I'm happy. That's,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
always
really
good time.
starting to like her.
Yeah, she's fun.
She is.
She gets a lot of very human moments with all of
Yeah.
our reformed villains.
Yeah.
I
was
think
good.
Immoral they didn't talk about very much, they brushed past it, but it was not being mean doesn't mean being nice. I like
Yeah.
that moral.
Actually, I really
Yeah.
hope that part of the 6 minutes we didn't see was closure for Trixie in this, because she was just locked in a room.
Oh,
That was the last
Yeah.
we saw of her.
No, it wasn't. We saw her at the end. She made a joke.
Did we?
Yeah.
She showed her the yearbook.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's right,
yeah.
Okay. Never mind. then.
Well, maybe in that time she spent in the yearbook room, she added that in there herself.
Oh. Well, I mean, Sunset knew about it, but I do
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
idea.
She just didn't take it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
Just,
I liked
find
the
Trixie.
moment where where Trixie, where Wallflower asked for her picture to be in the yearbook, and then Trixie just assumed that Sunset would say no because she's been telling her no, but the context was different, and Trixie didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I really thought she was going to say incensed instead of annoyed.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Like-
remember when Sunset called Trixie a manipulative bitch?
Yeah.
A manipulative, what was the actual
Blowhard.
word she used?
Blowhard. She said blowhard. but,
Blowhard.
that's not a word people use.
Not outside of children's shows.
But that was a very it was a very tense tense as she said.
Yeah.
Before she said that. So
Yeah.
She was definitely searching for something
Yeah.
that was not a
You know,
curse word.
nothing I can say on TV.
Yeah. Let Sunset swear 2018.
I also want to talk about the fact that Wallflower thought that Sunset actually was still mean, and she thought that Sunset had tricked everyone into thinking she was nice. So she thought that she was actually just making everyone believe what was actually true, but it was actually just her who didn't understand what was going on.
Maybe her own memories were starting to get altered, because we didn't see how long she'd had the stone for. It
Huh.
could have been since the
That's an interesting
beginning
theory.
of when Sunset came. Because that thing has been in there since,
that's
what's his
true.
name buried it, so...
That's interesting. I like that.
But then again, what is time?
And also, we haven't seen Wallflower blush, like, in any previous things. So, like, maybe she's erased herself from the previous Equestria Girls, like, movies and shorts and specials.
I looked up. Well, I saw
shit.
that, like, at the end, when, like, the other two ponies who were at the garden place was Derpy and Derpy's friend who was in her band in Rainbow Rocks. And so I looked up
that
to
was
see if
Roseluck.
maybe, like, Wallflower's design was, like, the third member of that band, but no, it wasn't. She's a completely new character.
I thought one of them was Daisy. One of the girls who is in the garden club at the end.
Well, maybe, like, I don't know her name,
Like,
but
the
I know
only
it
two
was...
I saw there was Derpy and Roseluck.
Okay, Roseluck. Oh, Roseluck.
Okay, it looked like the human version of one of the flower ponies.
Yeah, Roseluck. The rose one.
I don't remember who Roseluck is, other than the fact that there is merchandise of human Roseluck.
She's the pink one with a red mane with a rose on her butt.
Yeah, she appeared in the episode with Dr. Hooves, because Rose. That was the Breezy episode.
Yeah.
She appeared there.
Yeah. One thing that's, like, they don't really address, and I guess it's just because the characters wouldn't be thinking about it, but, like, so it doesn't seem like when memories are erased, they're replaced with anything. So, what do they remember having happened, like, during the Battle of the Bands, or, like, when Twilight became stopped being a demon,
I don't,
or,
like, that's,
any of that?
It's like, I mean, if you really think about it, this is a pretty terrifying, like magical item. I mean, like...
Yeah, it really is.
They kinda,
it really is.
I mean...
Yeah.
Like, man, the power of friendship really made that microphone float up into the air to give us confidence to finish that song.
Yeah.
It's like... this is like a psychological horror movie.
Yeah. I'm sure there will be a lot of, like,
in a way.
really dark fanfics and stuff.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of fanfics.
By the way, yeah, like, remember when, this is relevant because, like, when Wallflower erased all of Sunset's memories of high school, and then so she, like, didn't remember being human at all, and everything.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, that was a
like-
really, like, actual low moment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was bad for many reasons, one of them being that at that point no one knew that they had to destroy the stone for them to get their memories back.
Yeah.
But, like, and also, of course, you know...
Light her up, ladies.
Yeah, like, you know, lots of emotions and stuff. But I'd like to show you, just because that made me think of that.
Is it
from the comics?
Yeah.
What Sunset looked like the first time she ever entered the human world.
Yeah, and I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
that'll be on screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you go from Sunset Shimmer's perspective at that point in time, she thought, like, at one moment she was, like, leaving Equestria and saying, you know, getting mad at Celestia and storming off. And the next second she's, like, some weird, like, creature thing in like, this concrete, like, parking lot thing with a lot of other people. And, like, she has no idea who these people are. Like, that is... It's, like, memories... Like, playing with memories is weird.
Yeah.
Like,
definitely.
consciousness is, like, it's like having different save files. And, like,
yeah, plus also her,
messing around,
like,
it's weird.
the existing emotions that she had.
This is the picture of what Sunset looked like the first time she entered the human world.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
She was born with
It's-
that leather jacket.
Oh, yeah.
There she go.
She is
It's
striding.
just like... it's a really weird pose, like...
The leather jacket is just part of her personality.
Sweetie,
Oh, yeah.
sweetie, sweetie.
Her outfit, like, I didn't mean, like, I mean, her outfit is the same as it always has
yeah.
been, but it's just that the way she looked, like, the way
Yeah.
she
I
has
will
her
say
arm
one
out
interesting
and,
thing about like the difference between that and how she looked, right, is the emotions that she already had prior to that moment. The Sunset coming through the portal here is obviously like very angry at Celestia and ready to pull some
Yeah.
evil
Like-
stuff. But the Sunset
Yeah.
that woke up in the parking lot after having her memories erased, her emotions were already in that state of like, you know, confusion and sadness and like extreme pain and worry. So even though the memories were the same, kind of, it's a different emotional mindset that she was already in that made that difference.
True.
But also, like, the comics, like, they're not always the most canon. They're soft canon, I'd say. But
Canon light.
yeah, but like, I think she would be feeling. I think she would, like, as she went into the human world, she would at that time be feeling confused and afraid. Like Twilight did at first. It's just that she got more, like, she took time to get used to it. And find out how to manipulate it.
I'm not 100% sure I remember the comic right, but I think that when Sunset left the Pony World, like, she did so, like no one saw her leave. Like, she left in the middle of the night, and so the next morning, like, everyone was like, well, Sunset's gone, and the portal is open, so I guess, like, she didn't say goodbye to anyone.
Yeah. Although one thing, because also that reminds me of Trixie, because one thing that was interesting, like, Trixie at that, like, both Trixies, I'd say, at this point, are, like, so used to people, like, hating on her that she just, like people insulting her is just, like, she doesn't even consider that weird. Like, that's, like, base level normal, like, for her.
Trixie gives
which is
no shits.
Like, kind of sad, but, like,
I think she's a good sport.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
what power does she have over Snips and Snails?
I don't know.
I think they just like her.
She's a girl that will talk to them.
Yeah, she's an older girl.
Snips and Snails will jump at any opportunity to like hang out with a girl, and like that's why they like that's why they do anything that Trixie or Sunset Shimmer ask them to do. Like,
they are both in the
pretty much.
Trixie.
I hate the idea of those two having, like, attraction to anything.
What about each other?
Yeah, but at the same time,
I hate the idea of, like, I hate the idea of them having feelings. I hate the idea of them.
Maybe they're just easily manipulated.
I hate the fact that they were in Princess Celestia's magic classroom
they're
in
just
that new short
pathetic.
that they released
Like,
on the YouTube channel.
Snips and Snails help the evil people do all the evil things, like, completely because they want to. Because, like, if they don't, they'll have no one else to talk to.
Or they could be easily manipulated, like, they're like, okay, this person is really intimidating, and they're talking to us, oh crap, we gotta, like, spout everything they're saying like it's the best thing in the world, or else they might beat us up.
No, I don't think they're the type of people who people would even talk to. I think they would approach, like, them, and then, like, Sunset Shimmer or Trixie would see them and say, yeah, sure, I'll like, hey, free labor.
I don't think so, because manipulative people have a way of, like, weaseling out who's gonna listen to them the most.
Hey, Sunset Shimmer, do you need some demon slaves?
Yeah. Like, in the original...
I would sign up for that.
When Trixie was first introduced in like, the Pony World, like, Snips and Snails were just, like, following, like, doing everything, like, she says just because, like, they were fans. I don't think it's because Trixie manipulated them. I don't think it's because Trixie actively manipulated them, but I think it's just because, like, they, wanted to be with somebody who seemed popular, and so they just went along with it, and she thought, hey, free labor.
They believed everything she was saying about being, great and all-powerful.
Yeah.
More than everyone else did. So, Trixie was trying to, like, manipulate everyone into, oh, I'm so great and powerful, you should love me, all that, yada yada. And Snips and Snails were just the only ones who fell for it.
I buy that, like, especially in Sunset Shimmer's case, that she may have, like, realized that Snips and Snails would be easy to manipulate, but she didn't have to actually manipulate them. They, like, I do not believe for a second that they didn't do everything they did completely of their own volition.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
also,
they were
remember, they're, like,
aware.
the same age as the Cutie Mark Crusaders, so they're pretty young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably, like, middle
The Cutie
school.
Mark Crusaders need to, like, find Jesus for them or something.
How's Camelot High work? How many grades are in
Doesn't.
there?
And nobody knows.
It fucking doesn't.
Camelot High does not work.
It might be one of those, like, combination schools that goes up to high school.
Camelot High is is like a free for all, like Mad Max style, just like whatever happens.
There are no classes. There's just fights.
It's also community college because Maud is there.
Like anybody can enroll. Like people can just walk in.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
and this one, they were talking like Wallflower talked about like knowing Sunset since 9th grade. So like all evident, what little evidence there has to point to what year of high school they're in, they should be seniors, but like they're never going to graduate. And like they're also, and Maud is there, even though she should definitely have like gotten her doctorate from a
That's
university.
because this is college.
Also, just to like throw it out there, maybe she knew a different Sunset Shimmer in 9th grade.
True.
I mean, I don't. Like, again,
also,
I don't know.
We were talking about that before the recording, about how Sunset might have, like,
killed her human
murdered
self.
And
But then, I don't know, like, I'm just
human counterpart.
throwing it out there.
Also,
I'm sure she meant the actual Sunset Shimmer.
Maud absolutely wouldn't have a doctorate in this world because she went to college and she was the only student there, but she would be in a trade. She'd absolutely have,
she could just be a geologist.
I mean, I had canon that she's like in a trade, like she's in a rock-based trade of some kind, like she's a miner or maybe a geologist, but like she learned from like a master and is either a master now or an apprentice or a journeyman.
Oh no, I think she just has a doctorate in geology. It's just that in Equestria they call that a roctorate because everything is a pun, including their city names.
In the Equestria Girls world, it would also be called a roctorate because the Equestria Girls world has puns and stuff, even though it doesn't make sense for them to have it. Like, they have Canterlot High and horse puns and stuff. So like,
well, that could be because their mascot is a horse. So they
other places in the world also have horse puns. It's like, and like the humans are named like exactly like the way the ponies are named. It's like, it's just like a weird naming thing.
By the way, Wallflower Blush's parents, maybe don't name your kid Wallflower Blush if you want her to have a good life.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, honest question, do you think her parents remember her?
Oh my god.
When she comes home.
Oh my god.
But she's absolutely spent like hours after school like waiting for her parents to come pick her up.
Oh no.
Oh my
then
god.
Again, I don't think we've seen any evidence that any parents exist at all in the Equestria Girls world.
This is true.
I still think that police officer is Flash Sentry's dad.
I think they all just...
I mean, that's not headcanon, but...
More evidence that this is like college, or maybe it's a boarding school. There could be a boarding school that's like elementary up to high school.
Wait, what about Granny Smith?
That's
She's
true.
not a parent, she's a grandparent. It doesn't count.
She's like kind of Applejack's parent.
Wait, what about that one girl that was the Pinkie Pie babysat in that one short? Did she say she had parents?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, who else would have employed her? Pinkie Pie.
Well, Rarity did.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I wish Fluttershy had a bigger role in this episode. Like, Fluttershy could have taught some lessons to Wallflower.
Definitely.
Apparently, Fluttershy doesn't think of herself as shy.
Well, she was just thinking that, like, because Rainbow Dash addressed her when saying, we know shy people, so she was trying to think of, like, people she knows. Also, I just remembered that, like, the reason that this is 50 minutes long, even though we saw a shortened version of it, is because it was apparently in, like, 5-10 minute, like, parts.
Yeah, of course it would be.
Like,
wow.
That didn't
That's
amount to
good.
anything, because obviously this is the first time it's ever been released, and it was all as one thing. So, like, I don't know what's happening with Equestria Girls' release schedule content.
Just make it into a show, you cowards.
I think they like it how it is, where it's like a show, but also not. It's just this weird nebulous thing between mediums.
I would still love a full Equestria Girls series, but it's much less likely now that, like, apparently we know that they're working on Gen 5 and stuff.
Gen 5?
Yeah.
Aren't we on, like, season 8 or something by now?
Yeah.
I guess.
I think the rumor is there, like, I think it was at some point, like, I think they mentioned that, like, they're planning on having season 9 be the last one. not sure.
Really?
I really
Yeah.
hope that Gen 5 either has, like, this, like, the same kind of style and characters, or
It has,
it's,
like,
you know,
from
not bad.
from the concept art that they've had, it has, like, it's like the same characters, but in a different way, so, like, the concept art is of, like, Fluttershy as a unicorn.
There is leaked concept art, and like it's in like 5 drastically different styles. So like it's still
Wow.
very, very early production. They don't even know what they're gonna make the show look like yet. But Gen
Yeah.
5 is the thing that's like is gonna happen.
As long as they have round, cartoony faces instead of square, horsey faces.
Oh my god,
yeah, like-
please, yeah. No, don't go back to the old styles.
If it's like more like the movie, that'd be kind of cool.
True.
Yeah. I mean, I would think a new gen for My Little Pony would be a perfect opportunity to, like, introduce new characters.
Like, they've
Yeah.
been introducing new characters, like, I mean, like, we have basically a whole new cast, like, with like,
Pretty much.
Trixie and, like, Starlight and, like, all
And
these...
Maud?
Yeah.
Well, because, like, the characters as they are now have gone through pretty
Like-
much all of the development that they can without the show jumping the shark.
Having Gen 9
Except
is
when
it?
it-
No, Gen
Well,
6, sorry.
Gen 5.
No,
Well, it would
5.
be Gen 5, yeah.
Yeah. Having Gen 5 focus around Starlight Glimmer and having Twilight take on more of a Princess Celestia
I
role
would
would be
really
really
like
cool.
that.
I think that's already happening. Like, Starlight Glimmer is already the new Twilight, and Twilight is the new Celestia.
It's true.
Yeah,
I
but,
mean, they
an
still do their
actual-
own things, and, like, Starlight is a different character than Twilight in that she has more, like, patience with people who, people like Trixie.
Well,
you know,
like,
which is,
having
you know,
Starlight
nice.
be sent away.
Yeah, but I think that, like,
Just to get the
Yeah.
terminology clarified here, the like season 8, which will be starting next month of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, is season
Yeah.
8 of Generation 4 of My Little Ponies.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So the
Like-
next show, My Little Pony, it won't be called Friendship is Magic. It'll have some other subtitle. Will be Generation 5, and it will not be related to Friendship is Magic at all.
Okay. Like, I think, like, Starlight actually getting sent away, because they had an episode where she wasn't, like, ready, like, neither one of them was ready, but if they do become ready, I think that would be really cool. And then she has a new cast of characters to meet, and she can go with, like, Trixie and,
also,
have a fun time. Like,
Going
I think
back
that'd be
to,
interesting.
can we go back to talking about the Forgotten Friendship thing?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
sorry.
the movie.
Yeah, you know what I
Or
really
the
like.
not quite movie.
I liked that we got closure with Celestia and Sunset. Like, that's something I'm
Yes.
really happy
Yes.
to see.
I'm surprised
like-
that they were scared, though, because, like, did Twilight not tell Celestia, like, oh yeah, Sunset's reformed?
Like, I'm sure she did, but
Like,
I don't
Twilight
know.
was very nervous.
Like,
about
how often do you think how often do you think Twilight and Celestia actually talk to each other?
But more often than they show in the show, like, they're really
I mean-
close.
Like, Twilight is too busy talking about, like, Starlight Glimmer to talk about Sunset Shimmer.
Ah. It's kinda
Speaking of
sad.
whom,
Yeah.
I would have really liked to see Starlight in this, even if just for oh hi Sunset, oh you're going to see Celestia, okay.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been cool, actually, because they do, all three know each other.
Like,
Yeah.
again, we still...
I want to see Twilight Glimmer
We're
telling
so close.
Sunset about the time that she switched the two princesses' cutie marks.
Yeah. We're so close to having an episode with Sunset Shimmer, Trixie, and Twilight. Like, Sunset Shimmer,
Yeah.
Trixie, Twilight, and Starlight Glimmer.
The thing is, if that happened, it would have to be an episode of Equestria Girls, not the main
whatever.
show.
But
Because
still, in any way, I want to see them all.
Yeah.
Like that one episode. What was it? What was that episode where they tried to? Starlight was trying to make friends with Sunburst again.
I don't remember.
Hmm.
Like that episode had a good mix of all those characters I liked seeing together, and if
Yeah.
added in Sunset Shimmer, like that would also be
Yeah.
very good.
I would like to see, like, Sunset Shimmer, Twilight Sparkle, Twilight Glimmer.
They are my OT6.
Like, the four characters that you mentioned, Trixie Pasta, I'd like to see them all in the room, and then Twilight just casually mentioned that she defeated all of them.
Well, also, I guess counting the other Twilight, that'd be an OT7.
I do want to see. I want to see human Twilight and Pony Twilight talk to each other.
I want to see this too.
Yes.
Yeah, that was like it was hinted that would happen in like at the end of like.
I can't remember if I've talked about this on
Friendship
recording
games.
or not, but one I'll just say it in case I haven't. But like one thing that frustrates me about Equestria Girls is that there are things that have happened that we didn't see. Like
Yeah.
Pony Twilight and Human Twilight have met because we saw them like meet in the like end credits scene of Friendship Games, but we didn't see them talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And like apparently Starlight Glimmer stayed in the human world for like a few days. I wonder what they got
Yeah.
up to. I guess we'll never know.
Like, fanfic baiting. Hardcore.
True, it is fanfic baiting, but I guess like Equestria Girls is one big canon fanfic made by the creators of the show.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I like this. I'd like to see like the human versions of the ponies meet their alternate selves. I think that might be interesting.
Hey guys, I've been working on this AU. Do you want to make a canon?
I'd like to see the human versions go to Equestria.
Yes.
That would be interesting.
I'd like final confirmation on the fact that, well, my headcanon that the geodes are the elements of harmony. Except Sunset Shimmer's one was just added in there somehow.
The element of power.
Well, the empathy rock.
Maybe maybe the Sunset Shimmer, like, whoever empathy is in the show, like, in the main show died or something.
Can Spike be empathy?
Oh, shit.
Can Spike be an element already?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Actually, Starlight would be a better empathy than Spike would.
Exactly. And also
Well, this
Spike
is
should
true.
never be important.
Poor Spike.
Like empathy is like a new thing. Like we know what the original elements of harmony were, and like the like Sunset Shimmer's thing is like a new magic. Like it is like it wasn't part of the original things, but
That's true.
you know it makes sense that it's something like
Well,
That
you know
wasn't
what
there
happens
before.
when you bring an element of harmony into an alternate world.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Demons.
Well, what I meant was
I-
you don't know what happens because they didn't really, like, we saw her turn into a demon, but it wasn't... There's a lot of context that we're lacking.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see them play around with Sunset's design a bit more. Like, maybe add, I don't know, like pointy ears or something when she transforms, just like as a little bit of a callback to the fact that she did turn into a demon.
Or like, give her those,
Like-
phoenix wings from that one song.
Yeah.
Like she's definitely not a like she doesn't have any more of that demon stuff in her.
No more demon in her system.
She got all that
No, she
angel
still-
stuff or whatever.
She still has a little bit of evil in her. Like
She went all like anime and stuff.
I guess. She's got a little bit of like the evil person mindset though, like when she stole Wallflower's bag while she was singing.
And I do like that about characters like Sunset and Starlight, that like, occasionally they will do things that, like, that the main characters probably wouldn't do, because you can't, like, completely have a person do a 180 in their personality.
Wait, what, like when did
Yeah,
she do that?
I-
Because like when did she look through her bag? Because I think that was at a moment when like weren't they very suspicious of her? Like I mean I know normally that would be a like very big invasion of privacy, but like
It was when she was singing about how she was evil.
Yeah. Like they did it without asking and Sunset just kind of swooped it.
Yeah, and it was
Like,
at a
yeah.
moment where she's like
Sunset
pouring her
was-
heart out, like, "Hey, this is why I'm
Yeah.
mad. Maybe we can talk about this." No, you're going through my bag. Okay. No,
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I'm
maybe
Yeah.
don't
evil.
erase people's memories.
but it's not like she just did it out of nowhere. They're like she had a reason to. I mean even though like wasn't
No,
the best
I agree, but I mean, but like, there are other moments, like as Trixie pointed out, you know, maybe she's not totally wrong, that you're still, like,
Yeah.
mean
Yeah.
sometimes, like...
Like,
Yeah.
I really enjoy seeing Sunset and Starlight try to solve issues in the way that a villain would first, and then learning their lesson. But like, they still have that like thought, like their thought process is still the same. It's just they're nice now, so they're trying to like be nice.
Yeah.
The Slytherin characters are very fun to watch.
So
Yeah.
I have a question here that's not really relevant, but is like partially related. You know, they mentioned pony cannibals in this episode.
Yeah.
Like, I read a Tumblr post yesterday that would like mention the fact that Sunset Shimmer would be a vegetarian, and on one hand that makes sense because she's a horse. But on the other hand, if you think that, like, if Sunset Shimmer found out that she could eat meat, don't you think she definitely would?
Absolutely.
I feel like she would try it because she was
Like,
curious.
I feel like she's been in the human world long enough that she, I don't know. Like I feel like Sunset Shimmer would eventually like get used to the idea of eating meat, but I also think that Pony Starlight Glimmer would go to eating meat like faster than you would expect. I don't know. I feel like Starlight Glimmer would be very open-minded to human stuff.
Yeah.
I like the mental image of Sunset sharing bacon with Starlight for the first time.
Oh my god.
So you know how that they all had like swimsuits in this when they're at the beach?
Yeah. Did I say on recording like why I had already
you
seen
didn't
this?
say.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
talk about that. Sure.
like I already saw this before we watched it, right? But it was still really cool to see it again. But the reason I had already seen it is because I saw the thumbnail with Sunset in her like two-piece, right? Mm-hmm. And I thought like I was literally just like, there's no way this is real. Like, how is this long? Like, this is 40 minutes of BS, right? Because a lot of videos that have to do with Equestria girls have like in the past have had like super clickbaity like thumbnails of like the girls in like weird skimpy outfits or like oh no like oh it was a panty shot or something like and like they're absolutely fake, but like after seeing all of those and then seeing them actually being in swimsuits in this episode, I was like, there's no way they actually did that, and that's why I'd already seen it. But like, it's really cool that they did it, and it was actually tasteful, and I really liked a lot of their designs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Like each character had a different kind of swimsuit, like that matches their personality accurately. Like Fluttershy had the full like diving
Bodysuit.
thing.
I liked that too, and the fact that they actually put even more than one character in a one piece.
Yeah.
Because most media nowadays is
like I'm not surprised
all
that,
about that subtle sexual appeal in
like
bikinis.
I'm not surprised that they had very like modest outfits. I mean like this is Hasbro. Like it's they're not going for like like they're going for the kids, not the adults.
Like I did
This
appreciate
is
the
very
fact
true.
that a lot of them were wearing one pieces, but also Sunset absolutely looked the best in the swimsuit. Like hers blew everyone else out of the water. She looked great.
I'd give it to Rarity. I enjoyed Rarity's outfit.
I like Rainbow Dash's shirt.
Do you think any kind of a swimsuit exists in Equestria when they don't wear clothes normally?
No?
I don't think so.
I feel like we've seen something like that before.
I think they would.
There is a swimsuit, because remember the episode where
Granny Smith
got the tonic from the Flim Flam Brothers, and she had the swimsuit on?
Yeah.
The really old-looking one?
Yeah.
Why would you put on clothes to go swimming?
I don't, especially if you're gonna put on, like, an old-fashioned swimsuit that's made of, like, very absorbent materials and not neoprene or whatever.
Well, okay, all right. Think about it though, right? First, if the ponies were going to go swimming, they'd have to remove their horseshoes. Second, right?
Well, like, do horseshoes
Hooves?
even how do those even work in Equestria?
Like hooves? Do you really want to get your giant toenail wet?
Fingernail.
Like, yeah, fingernail. Exactly. Like
Monorail.
I bet. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of problems with like algae or like infections with hooves and like them getting wet or being in mud. So like I can absolutely believe that like horses that are sentient would put on stuff to go swimming.
Okay, but then why wouldn't they regularly put on?
Because they have their normal
Also,
horseshoes.
I don't think Granny Smith had anything on her feet. It was just on her body.
Because I was gonna say like they would put on like clothing to go swimming because they wouldn't wear their normal horseshoes because their normal horseshoes are made of metal and that's heavy.
Pony hooves and horseshoes I don't think they work at all like normal human or like not human ones but like horses in our world.
Real life.
That's probably
because
true.
the whole reason for horseshoes is to keep a horse's
I
hoof
mean-
from wearing down faster from walking on man-made streets. But if you're going to make a street for yourself, then I wouldn't think that you would make it out of materials that wear down your hooves so that you have to find something to put on your feet to protect them from your own roads.
Okay, that
roads
makes
with
sense.
no walls. Yeah. Horses with no hooves.
But like the horseshoes still exist in the pony universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they definitely.
Like what?
do. But
Like,
it's
what
probably
are
the
they?
same.
Like, weapons? Are they weapons? Are they brass
Well,
knuckles?
maybe they're like running shoes or something, and only ponies who are doing really heavy work wear them. Like, Big Macintosh might wear them because he works on the farm, and he does a lot of heavy pulling with
Yeah.
carts and stuff.
That
Have
makes
we
sense.
talked about how human Applejack is almost definitely stronger than Pony Applejack now?
In what way? Because
Because she
Pony
has
Applejack
magic
has-
strength.
Yes, but Pony Applejack basically has
Well,
magic strength as well.
Yeah, Pony Applejack does also have magic strength because she's an Earth Pony, and that's what Earth Ponies
Exactly.
have instead of.
But
flying
also,
or-
more so than usual. The latest season finale, it had some, unnaturally, even for an Earth Pony, unnaturally, big
Yeah.
strength.
I still
I
feel
mean-
like the things that we've seen Human Applejack do, she's flexed that muscle a lot more, than Pony Applejack.
Yeah, well, there is a thing that's the human body is actually really efficient with the way that its
True.
muscles are.
Yeah, pound for pound, the human bone is
It
stronger.
could
than
also be that.
Yeah. Also, by the way, pound for pound, a human baby is stronger than an ox.
What?
Yeah, I read that on the internet. 50-50 of being true.
What I think is that Applejack has the proportional speed and strength of Applejack.
Well, it could also be that.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Pony Applejack has had, Earth Pony strength her entire life, whereas human Applejack hasn't. So
yeah.
she's just figuring out, oh, I have all this strength, I can use it
So,
for this. Whereas Pony Applejack is used to holding back because she deals with non-Earth
Yeah,
ponies.
Pony Applejack is on the down low about it. Yeah.
if human Applejack didn't didn't know any better, she could crush Snips and Snails' head in like an empty bottle of
Oh
soda.
my god.
Good. I want her to do that.
Well, what if the human characters?
That's a possibility.
What if the characters who were born as humans went through the portal, and on the Equestria side, they were wearing clothes?
That would
I
actually be
believe
that would be a very smart way of telling them apart.
Yeah, it would be.
Well, whether they'd have shirts and skirts and stuff or not, I think if human Twilight went through the portal, she would definitely still have her glasses.
Yeah.
Yes.
If
Her hair would be the same,
yeah,
like a ponytail
yeah,
or whatever
her
it's in.
hair
if
would
they
be
took the
different,
geodes
too.
back
That'd be really cool.
if they took the geodes back to Equestria, could they use those powers to have even more, or would it just be would it enhance the already magic powers, or would it just be they're not as good? I mean, as just the regular standard magic.
It would
It's just
enhance
that in
their
a-
magic powers, but the two versions of the same pony would have to be standing on each other or in a pyramid or something. There'd be some stipulation to it.
Pony stack.
Yes, a pony stack, a bale, if you will.
Do we have anything else to say about Forgotten Friendship? Because I'm feeling like we're kind of done.
Yeah.
I was going to say something about one of the characters, but I forgot.
They had a real
Okay, well,
theme
Let's just
song.
end the episode.
Okay, so I do think that when the full version comes out, we might watch that and then add a little bit onto the end of this, talking about the 6 minutes of new content. If you guys would like
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Add a 5-minute
Sure.
extra.
Sure.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's worthwhile. Depends on what's actually in them, I guess.
So, but that's it for now. Okay, so yeah, we're back. We're talking about the differences and stuff. And okay, so I'm going to explain this. So the original version that we watched was 44 minutes long, and the general information around was that there were 6 missing minutes from a 50-minute version of Forgotten Friendship. Turns out that Forgotten Friendship was actually released in 5 parts, each 10 minutes long, and the total 50 minutes counts the opening and credits for each part. So the full opening was on most of them. So that's why we didn't get a full extra 6 minutes of content. We just got 2 extra minutes, pretty much. But yeah, there were some added scenes that we're gonna.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I know one of the scenes that was added.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Most likely to be forgotten.
Nice.
Let's see. Yeah, I guess, how is this split up then?
Yeah, some of the stuff is really inconsequential, really. But
Oh, wow, yeah.
I like that,
Yeah.
though.
It's nothing.
Interesting addition. It really it cleans it up.
Wow, additional frames of Sunset smiling.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's pretty good.
Is this going to be like a longer scene, just edited like...
Yeah, like this whole part wasn't in the original.
Oh yeah.
What? No, it was.
Huh?
Oh, no. It was in the one that we
Yeah, in the one
I
we
just
just
saw.
watched.
I see.
That's interesting. Like, Rainbow is most likely to punch someone in the face for touching her randomly.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, this has to be added,
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
This was. I remember
Like,
this. I was like, that didn't happen
noticing
last
and then
time.
not saying anything. Like,
He's just standing there bored.
yeah, like, at this point, Pony Flash is just like, Pony Flash is fine, honestly. Like, there's nothing about him that's like...
There's just nothing about him.
There's
really.
nothing to dislike about Pony Flash.
Yeah, and I like this. I like how it gives more like context into where, like, it's not just a giant room behind that
Yeah.
one bookshelf. It's like it's down a hallway.
Yeah.
Connects a bit more.
Yeah, I noticed this.
Yeah, the mechanical catalog was like completely added.
No, like, keep in mind that this stuff wasn't added in a new version. Like this, like the full version is the original. Stuff was cut to fit like TV airing times.
Well,
Yeah.
true, yeah.
It's a shame because like, the mechanical catalog is a cool machine.
Yeah. Like it almost looks like the portal that Twilight made in Rainbow
Yeah.
Rocks. The machine thing.
Well, we saw
It's
that.
cool
portal
that they
in
have
the
that.
special, right? I mean, when Sunset used it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, is the title of this whole thing most likely
Yep.
to be Forgotten
Yeah.
as opposed to, like, Forgotten Friendship?
I like the catalog machine. I wish they hadn't taken it out.
Yeah. It's got a lot of character.
Wow, this is like an
That's the
important
whole volleyball thing, I
scene
guess.
intro.
Or at least part of it.
I love that. That's a really good line.
I don't know, I thought the Ghost Sports... I thought I remembered Ghost Sports.
Maybe
but-
from somewhere else.
That sounds like something I would say. Oh, wait, it's Trixie's locker. She has
Yeah.
bombs. They look like bombs.
Yeah. Wait, hang on. Whose locker was that? Was
Trixie's.
that? Yeah, but it had Sunset's bag in it.
Friends?
Ew, like, why?
Yeah, I noticed that when it was actually happening. Like, ugh.
I noticed it, but I didn't really think about it, like, first time around. Just like Trixie eating something that somebody already's...
Dude, 4 terabytes on your phone?
Well, I don't think that was a phone. I think it was like an external hard drive.
Like, and what do you have 4 terabytes of?
Yeah, like what does he like
like,
consistent, like on a consistent basis, delete multiple terabytes of and tell
What are the
people about it and they're
games
not
on his
impressed.
Like
Like,
he's playing like
Yeah.
Super Mario on his phone.
Super Mario is not 4
By
terabytes.
Ultra Mario.
Super Mario 64.
There is no Mario game that comes close to a
Ultra Mario
terabyte.
Bros.
Super Mario 64, 64 terabytes.
Hey, you want to hear a trick?
Mm-hmm.
Boing.
The time is 9:26.
I like how many groups of 6 there are in the show.
Yeah, so that's all the differences. Like, some of it was very minor, but there were also some like entire scenes and stuff, like the Rainbow Dash volleyball intro and the thing with microchips and memory.
Like, a lot of the things that they took out didn't need to exist, but definitely made the experience more smoother.
I've said my opinion on microchips in like the other thing, in the like I think the choose your own adventure one, where like why like of the Equestria Girls background characters, he's the one that I like am less like not least interested in. Maybe maybe there are other ones but like I would have rather gotten like EqG or like recycling.
Like I think the most like notable thing from that scene is the fact that Trixie ate his half-chewed carrot stick.
He offered.
Like
He offered the carrot stick and she ate it.
The carrot stick was not okay, Trixie.
Like is Trixie like poor or something? She like not have lunch money?
She kind of gives off that vibe, but she also had money for peanut butter crackers that one time, so maybe she's just like really snackish.
Yeah, and then there's also like There's Pony Flash Sentry existing and doing nothing, which, like, as he usually does.
Yeah, like he just exists.
Like-
He doesn't.
Yeah. He's just, and he guards the library, I guess.
Yeah, like this time he just existed. Like, nothing. He contributed
Yeah,
absolutely
there's-
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even an expression.
He existed in enough capacity to enrage the fanboys.
Yeah, this is the library catalog machine.
Oh yeah. The library
I
catalog
like the
machine has a lot
library
of
catalog
character.
machine. Yeah, it's like cute. I like it.
There were also the title cards, which I think, you know, they all looked good. They were good art, even though they all said most likely to be forgotten instead of forgotten friendship. I don't know why that.
I don't know how I didn't read it though the first time. So when I saw it for the second time, the title, like, it felt ominous now.
Well, yeah, that's because the second one, like, looked ominous, like the way it was written in sand on the beach, and like.
Yeah, it looked like someone was gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting them to get, like, more ominous.
I like the one that's in
Something.
like Trixie's locker because it just shows like she just brings bomb-shaped
Yeah.
exploding objects to school.
Yeah. Like again, there is like zero security at this school.
Yeah, and also the like the 5 parts, according to the wiki, even though the title cards didn't show them having individual names, have individual names. So like the beginning part until Sunset realizes that like the memories of her have been erased is called A Friendship to Remember. The part where like Sunset goes to Equestria until they're like someone must have used this memory stone, but who? That part is called Homecoming, which I think fits very nicely because it's about Sunset going back.
Where are these titles coming from? If they're not the
The
title,
wiki.
okay,
They were like the video title on YouTube, right?
okay.
Probably, yeah. That's
Yeah.
probably it. Yeah, because these were all officially posted on YouTube. That was how the like 5 parts came out. So after that, like from when Sunset like comes back to the human world to when she and Trixie like meet, that's called Wiped Out, and like the whole part until like like Sunset and Trixie working together until the part where Trixie tells Sunset to leave her in the locked room. That part is called Good Cop, Great and Powerful Cop.
Ooh, that's
I like
very
that.
good.
I do want to see a cop like a buddy cop thing with those two.
Yeah, and then everything after that towards the end is called Unforgettable.
I just want to see like Trixie in a buddy cop movie. Like that'd be great. Like a magician in a buddy cop movie, that'd be great.
Ooh, yeah. A magician who can actually, like, phase you through a door. This version is, like, it flows smoother, It has a few, like, really important introductions to scenes, I think. Like, the whole Go Sports, it was also, like, it served as setup.
Yeah. And also the fact that it was 5 10-minute parts, it is short. It's, like, I think it's officially a special, like those, 22-minute episodes, but it's short, so I don't know. So, like, this and all the choose your own ones, they may or may not count towards the 45-episode count of, like, of Better Together shorts that there are supposed to be. I don't know what counts for that and what doesn't.
Honestly, I want to see, like, a comparison at this point of, like, how long the movies are versus how long like the shorts are, because I feel like we're getting close. Like there are a lot of
What do
shorts.
you mean total runtime of like all the movies versus
Yes.
all the shorts?
Yeah.
Total runtime, like shorts versus movies.
Well,
Shorts versus movies versus show at this point. I mean, the greatest crossover event in cinematic history.
okay, so I think we've pretty much covered everything, like all the changes and stuff. But there was some other stuff that I like wanted to say about Forgotten Friendship that I like forgot to say the first time we did the mist. So like one thing was that apparently this like there is a which I think they do this for like every My Little Pony thing. There's like a novelization of it that's just the events of this, but as a novel. But for this particular thing, I think the novel was released before Forgotten Friendship came out at all.
Makes
so
sense.
like
Oh, spoilers.
so yeah, there were people who had like read it and like knew knew it was going to happen, I guess.
Huh.
And like the novelization does include
interesting.
the parts like from the full version that weren't in the original TV cut version.
How similar are they? Are they like one-to-one?
They're mostly one-to-one. Like I read a thing on the wiki about changes and like instead of a carrot stick, Microchips offers an apple or something, and they remove the references to like songs and stuff because there aren't songs in the book. Like
Makes sense.
Sorry, what was it other than a carrot stick?
an apple, I think.
That's not better. Like, if it was half chewed still, that's not better.
I don't know. Like, I feel like it's easier to like bite into a half-chewed apple. Than,
Well,
like,
also, by
carrot.
the way, like, he said half chewed, like, the way he chewed it was really weird. He didn't just bite into it.
Yeah, he ate it on, like, the sides.
Yeah, like is he like a rat? Like,
He bit it like you would bite an apple.
who does that? Like, was he gonna throw out the carrot core, like, when he's done with it?
Well, I used to do that. I would, like, bite through the outer part, and then you could get to the core, and you could, like, peel off the outer part, and then the core was, like, a slightly different texture.
Yeah, there is, like, a carrot core.
Gotta just bite the whole thing like a finger.
Apparently, in the novelization, after Trixie mentions pulling a rabbit out of a hat, a brief gag is added where she pulls Angel Bunny out of a hat, to the ire of Fluttershy.
Who's, like, sitting across the room.
Yeah, I like that.
Good gag.
And also, like, in the novelization, like, events from Queen of Clubs are added, which, like, that was the short about them joining all the clubs, so, like, that kind of makes sense to add that to a story about clubs, or, like,
That's
yearbook
cool.
club,
I like
don't
that.
know. The other thing I wanted to say was that, like, I really like the style of, like, the magic of the Memory Stone, because, like, in a lot of other Equestria Girls things, the magic just seems very generic, just a bunch of colored lights or something, but, like, I liked this. I like how it looked like, sort of like a film reel or something.
Yeah. Film reel with people's faces on it, or, like, their symbols.
Like, the first time we saw it, like, when I watched it for the first time and we saw all those, Sunset Shimmer memories, but we didn't know that's what they were yet, flying around the school and going into the forest, like, I thought it looked kind of like a, like, Japanese style. I don't know exactly. I think there's something in Japanese mythology that kind of resembles that. I don't know anything specific, though.
That was like one of the interesting like additions, like kind of like into the same genre of like one extra like, opening thing to a scene. Where, like we saw one more scene of like the ribbons flying around, and like
Yeah.
that was a good insert. I liked that extra part.
Like, it made it flow way better.
Yeah. Oh, also, like, a part that definitely made it flow better was the part where Sunset was viewing Rainbow's memories, which was completely cut from the TV version, and, like, because in the TV version, like, Pinky says, "Nope, you're not dreaming," and then Sunset's like, "I can see your memories," but in the full version, like she looks at Rainbow Dash from those memories, and then Rainbow Dash is asking, "What are you doing?" And then she says, "I can see your memories." It's a response to a question. Like, it makes a lot more sense that way.
Like, it's a more full product with this
for
version.
sure.
Yeah, like,
Very good.
it is the full product.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The only weird thing was like there was a scene with Spike.
The Spike scene wasn't cut. That was in the original, I think.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I didn't remember that at all.
The one where he's jealous of, like, sad flying panty-shotting R2-D2.
Yeah.
I didn't remember that. Like, I didn't remember that either, but it's probably just because I don't care about Dog Spike very much.
Also sad flying panty-shotting programmed with fear R2-D2.
Yeah. Like, you have to, like, program fear before any other emotion. Otherwise, they'll revolt.
Yeah, okay, so I think, does anyone else have anything to say about the new stuff, or about Forgotten Friendship in general that you might not have said before?
No? I think I'm good. Down with
Not that
robots
bad.
and all.
Yeah.
My opinion of the movie still stands from the last time.
Okay, then, we should all, stop
Yeah.
recording.